am a teacher, home visitor for Coastal Families Relief Nursery in Coos Bay. I was working at a traditional preschool here in Coos Bay, and I saw the job posting because that job was no longer filling my cup. I went through the interview and I told, after learning about what it is and everything that it kind of encompasses, I told Kelly, I was like, even if you don't hire me, please let me know what I can do. I want to volunteer or donate stuff to the care closet. And I just kind of fell in love with the concept at the interview.
So how has it been so far working for the Relief Nursery and knowing what you know about other relief nurseries? How has it been specifically about being in a small community at a small nursery and a new nursery? There's kind of a lot of different aspects to coastal families.
I feel like specifically with my last job, it was very you're gonna teach them colors and shapes and you're gonna hit all these marks. And way less about the social and emotional health of the child. And I feel like I can actually make an impact too in the relief nursery, which has been amazing. When there's families that I'm worried about or see mom coming in with tear stained makeup or something, through the home visit, I actually get to be like, hey, I noticed, are you okay? And so on. I feel like we all kind of know each other's expectations.
Oh, so it sounds like being new gives you an opportunity to kind of share it with the wider community because they haven't all heard of Relief Nursery at all, but specifically even coastal families.
Yeah.
So see the chance to kind of brag about your cool job and how you support different families. What have you enjoyed about working at the Relief Nursery?
I love being able to be one-on-one with the kids. I can lay on the floor and play dolls with someone for an hour and a half or cuddle a baby who just needs to be held and there's no pressure to get everything done. Also because with the way we have our classes in the morning, as a teacher, I feel like I can also make more sensory bins or activities or because I have the time and I'm not overworked and stressed and burnt out. So I feel like my quality as a teacher has increased while working here, which has been um, something I've noticed in myself and enjoyed. Um, Also, the pride I've really enjoyed. Um, Back in the day, I'd be like, oh, I'm a preschool teacher, whatever. But now I'm like, I support these families and then we make goals and we achieve them. And I get to do all this amazing stuff with them. And so I've really enjoyed that too. This job really fills my cup.
Hmm.
It's overall had a positive change on my life, professionally and personally.
The next question just asks kind of like what your average day looks like. It can be a TECP day or Monday or Friday, just kind of what some of your job responsibilities are.
We usually do table activities like a sensory bin or Play-Doh, or they can free play if they choose. And then at 9:30, we do snacks. It's usually a heavier snack just in case they haven't eaten breakfast or their parents weren't able to give them breakfast. And then at 10 o'clock, we do a circle time, which I usually do, and it's with flashcards, kind of. We have emotions, um, body parts, colors, animal, and numbers. And I didn't really think they were into it, except we were doing for emotions loved last week. And I asked them, I was like, what's this emotion? And one of the boys goes, I was like, yeah, it's when you feel loved. Um, so we do circle time and then we do a round of diaper checks and going potty around 10:30. And then that usually leads us right into either a buggy walk or playing outside. If we go in the buggy, we either walk to the boardwalk and look at the water, or there's a fire station nearby, or there's a park with ducks in it that they really like to go see. Right after class, I do my observations, and then I have my lunch break. And then depending on the day, it might be a home visit, or it might be prep for the classroom or prep for a home visit.
What are some fun projects that you're currently working on which support children and their families? And if
So in the care closet, I started these, we call them carry out cuisine. I look for recipes that are mostly canned food and freezer food, and put together a whole recipe with a recipe card, and everything that they need to make that meal for at least 4 people is in that bag. I just made a rice and chicken casserole and a chickpea curry on rice one. And I've done vegetarian chili, lentil soup, and those are a huge hit. Because it usually, in our experience, falls on moms to make dinner. So my goal was to take off that stressor of trying to figure out what to eat if we have all the ingredients. So it's been a big hit. And then I also found birthday boxes. We keep about 4 on hand. It is plates and napkins and a tablecloth and candles and 2 box mixes of cake and 2 things of frosting and sprinkles. And then if you mix Sprite into box cake mix, it makes a cake. I haven't tried it personally, but everyone says it's good. And little cake tins, and I realized how expensive throwing a birthday party is, and the parental guilt that comes with being like, we can't really afford it and she's young, so maybe we'll just skip it. So not only did I want to relieve the financial burden, but also the potential of guilt. And we just started that this month, and we only have 2 left. So that's been exciting. Also started these bags called Swells of Support that have deodorant wipes, nail files, shampoo, conditioner, baby wipes, and then a little coupon ticket that says if you bring this to Coastal Families Relief Nursery on the 2nd Monday, you can get 10 diapers for free. And an information little add-in that we have, and we're gonna drop it off at like pediatrician office and the ARC project and other places that could see more foot traffic of our priority population, in hopes it sends more families our way. We started Waves of Change after I came home from a home visit with one of my families. It is a younger family who like did their darnest Facebook Marketplace. She was talking to me about how her parents were like, "Oh, just buy a new one," and she was like, "Do you guys realize how much that is and like where we are financially?" And she, it was, she was, what was it? It was the dryer. So it was an inconvenience for her because she also prefers cleanliness. So I could see it was really kind of wearing on her, to not be able to provide clean clothes to the capacity that she liked for her children. And she's like, "Yeah, we're getting by," so I brought it to Callie and Evan. And so we started Waves of Change.
Talking about the teacher collaborative, just wondering how that group has supported your learning in your role, and if there are other aspects of like your training or professional development that you would like to highlight.
I like the teacher collaborative because I feel like it's a place where, like, if I'm to ask a normal preschool teacher or traditional preschool teacher, being like, what do you do about big rage emotions? And they're like, oh, they just go to the court. But at the teacher collaborative, I can ask and know that everyone's kind of on the same page and the same values and high quality of care for the children. I would say most, makes it a little less daunting, especially when I started. Because I was new to home visiting, and so it was nice to kind of have like a baseline of what was expected from me from like a higher level. So that was definitely nice.
It's important to learn the skills to not only support them, but also to support you.
I wish every childcare provider had the environment that relief nurseries have. Um, because just I can look at myself in the mirror and just like be like, you are delivering high quality of care that you could not in other environments. I wish that more educators and care providers got to experience that relief nursery life.
Yeah, safety nets for kiddos and families and safety nets for staff too.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
there's a lot of support for all elements because all elements are